Most of you have applied to college or you're in the process of applying to college. Some of you are still looking into that and deciding what you're going to do after high school. But in most cases, from what we know, most of our students are looking at going on to college and finding out now, how am I going to pay for that? That's kind of the next step in this process. How do I pay for college? And when you consider, if we look at this screen here, when we consider the cost of college, and this is yearly cost here. These are examples of a private four-year college, on-campus living. There's also the University of Minnesota, Twin Cities. This does not include two-year colleges, but these are yearly costs and yearly estimates for students in terms of what you're looking at having to pay for college. And so it can feel pretty overwhelming when you look at the costs here. So I'm going to talk a little bit about how we go about paying for college, how this process works, and what the next steps are for you as a student to pay for these costs. First, let's start with what is financial aid. Financial aid is something that's intended to fill the gap between the actual price of the school or the college and what students and their families can realistically contribute from either a savings account or their income to pay for that education. This is what is referred to as financial need. Financial aid helps students attend schools that they otherwise might not be able to attend. Now, financial aid comes in three forms. There's financial aid that you don't repay. Those are government grants, or there's college scholarships. There's financial aid you must repay. Those are student loans. Those usually will come with interest attached that you have to pay off. And then there's financial aid that you earn. Work study on a college campus, or community or military service, those are ways in which students can earn money that pay for college in order to help them pay for college. Now the FAFSA, what is it? It's the free application for federal student aid. Now this form should be completed by students because the U.S. Department of Education uses the FAFSA to determine a student's eligibility for federal student aid, money given by the federal government to students to help pay for college and some of those costs we just looked at. Now every year the federal government awards about $150 billion to help millions of students pay for college. And there's many state governments and colleges that will also use the FAFSA to determine the eligibility for non-federal aid. So government grants, college scholarships also being given to students based on the completion of that FAFSA. Now you can start applying for the FAFSA on January 1st. And we will have a speaker at Hopkins High School the evening of Thursday, January 8th. I'll say more about that later. Okay, so to start this process, you're going to go to the FAFSA website and you will register for a FAFSA PIN before completing the application. The security of your PIN is important because this will be your electronic sign-in and this will give you access to your account and to completing your application. I do want to caution you, please be aware there are fake websites out there. There are websites that will try to charge you money. Again, this is the free application for federal student aid. Free means you're not paying anything, okay? So make sure you're on the right website, fafsa.ed.gov. Now, another way for you to go about potentially having some money to pay for college, the Hopkins Local Scholarship is now available on the Hopkins High School website. All seniors are encouraged to fill out the application. I mentioned the financial aid night. Again, that's Thursday, January 8th, 2015, New Year. It'll be at 7 p.m., Hopkins High School Little Theater, and we will have a representative from the University of St. Thomas talking about financial aid and the FAFSA. If you have any questions from this brief presentation, please connect with the financial aid office at your college or the colleges you're looking at attending, or connect with your counselor here at Hopkins High School. And I want to leave you with a couple of sources that you can access for support. Thank you, and please see your counselor or follow up with a financial aid rep at the colleges you're looking to apply to if you have more questions.